Should I transition slowly or cold turkey into carnivore? Slowly. Always slowly. Would I recommend my gut? It's not really the gut microbiome. It can be a number of things. The video that I'm going to make later this week will actually explain some of these issues. Do watch it, please. You'll get a lot of information from it. Since I don't, I haven't seen you before, so you're probably new, Grant. I've done a whole range. There's digestive issues videos that cover a lot of things in regards to gut microbiome and a lot of other things. So I would check a lot of that out. You'd get a lot of information. I do eat 8 ounces of meat daily, just the other stuff too. Yeah, okay. So what I would do is in your case, I'd definitely take out things like the grains, the lentils, the vegetables, because you don't want to engage the Randall cycle, those sort of things. And the only vegetables I'd leave in there would be things like cucumbers, like pumpkin, like zucchini, those sort of things, which don't have much sugar, a bit more fibrous, and allow the transition. And then those ones you can, and when I'm talking about cucumbers, I'm talking about gherkins. That means fermented, because you'll get more benefits from that. You'll get some of the lactobacillus. You'll get some of the acid-loving bacteria, which is really good for people on a carnivorous diet. That's the sort of stuff they need, because they are the sort of the beneficial types anyway. So that's we want to prioritize. So I would get going by myself. Just make sure when you check the pack that it's not pasteurized. It has to be unpasteurized. You'll find some brands, German, Polish, there's some Austrian brands, and there's a couple of brands I think there's a Bulgarian brand as well, that don't have any pasteurization of the gherkins. So it's with a mother. So it's basically, being done in a traditional way, or do your own. There are plenty of, if you Google it, you'll find plenty of websites that actually provide information how to do your own gherkins, stuff like that. So I would remove a lot of the, the high glycemic types, reduce those more rapidly, get them out of your system. And you'll notice improvements just by doing that, getting those out. Those you can take out immediately, but I wouldn't actually take out some of the other, so depending on, I wouldn't go for the cruciferous stuff, I don't think they're very good for your hormonal system. Give them a miss completely, your cauliflower, broccoli, and all that shit. So give that a miss. Just stick to things like maybe a bit of kosh lettuce, some gherkins, some zucchini, and maybe there are some pumpkins which are very low glucose pumpkins. That means they're quite, they tend to be quite fibrous. They don't have a lot of, they have a much lower sugar value. Those ones are an option. And then those ones would be the first ones to go as you're transitioning. And then, it'd be things like the kosh lettuce would be the next one, because it's very fibrous. It'd be the next one to go. And then you'd basically at some stage, you'd jettison the zucchini, and then eventually your gherkins would be the last thing to go, which has got a lot of fluids and less flesh compared to all the others. So that would mean that by that stage, you'd be taking in much less plant matter, and you'd be able to transition over about 3 odd months quite smoothly, quite nicely. Your body would adjust. And as you're removing those, you're increasing the animal foods that are coming in, and your body just shifting and adjusting. So